On clean energy. Now, the billionaire's Mid-American Energy Holdings has grown seemingly overnight into one of the largest U.S. owners of wind and solar projects. So what impact can one man have on the sector? Well, Bloomberg New Energy finance analyst SIobhan Bloomberg joins us now to discuss all of this. Thank you so much for being with us. So first of all, just give me a sense of exactly the current size of that renewable energy portfolio.
Well, Mid-American Energy Holdings and its subsidiaries Pacific Corp and Mid-American Energy currently has about 4 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity up and running at the moment.
Which is big. If you put this into context for us, it's actually quite a massive proportion, isn't it?
It's pretty big because right now also they have about 2.2 gigawatts of capacity that's in the pipeline. That's capacity that's been announced and capacity that's under construction. If you add all that together, we're going over 6 gigawatts. And if you kind of put that into perspective, Australia had about 5 gigawatts of solar and wind capacity installed at the end of 2012. So talking about more than all of Australia, so it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty sizable. So Mid-American announced at the end of May that it was also planning to acquire Las Vegas-based NV Energy for around $5.6 billion. So this makes it the largest U.S. utility owner by customer accounts. What does it mean for the renewable plans?
Well, NV Energy already has quite a lot of renewable energy at the moment, has 815 megawatts of renewable capacity up and running, has about almost 229 megawatts in its pipeline, and it also supported a bill in the Nevada State Legislature that will force the early closure of some coal-fired power capacity in Nevada in favor of renewable energy in addition to natural gas fire capacity. And that actually passed the state legislature and it's just waiting the governor's approval at the moment.
So, SIobhan, do we know what Warren Buffett actually likes about renewable energy?
Well, it's tough to know, really what his kind of personal opinion is. He tends to let sort of the heads of his various companies in Berkshire Hathaway run their own business. So it's kind of safe to say that probably Greg Abel, the CEO of Mid-American Energy Holdings, is kind of driving this renewable energy expansion. With that said, Warren Buffett has kind of, at least in his annual report, sort of kind of given support to the renewable drive. They are, he says he's in favor of renewable energy, as long as it promises reasonable returns, and a lot of that is dependent on, future regulation.
And I guess government support, how much, we look at these massive expansion plans, how much does that have to do with the government being right there behind them?
Well, government renewable energy incentives play a big role in this. There's the production tax credit, which offers wind power producers a tax credit of $23 for every megawatt hour of electricity produced. And there's another tax credit known as the investment tax credit, which is a one-off tax credit totaling about 30% of the construction cost. And Mid-American Energy Holdings is able to use, or they're generating both of these credits through their projects, and these tax credits can actually be used by Berkshire Hathaway because it is, Berkshire Hathaway owns 89.8% of Mid-American Energy Holdings and can actually use these to offset their own tax liability.
Yeah, the incentives are absolutely gargantuan. Thank you so much, SIobhan Bloomberg there of Bloomberg New Energy Finance. Guy.
Okay, thanks, Francine. Coming up, as we've been mentioning, disgruntled wives sit up and pay attention. London State